for this lab, what you really want is to have at least 2 students in each of your labs do each treatment that you're going to do. And the base model for the terraria has just the soil and the moss. And the soil and the moss will contain bacteria and fungi spores. And so if you're looking at like a food web, let me see if I can draw on this. If you're looking at a food web, right, the sunlight's coming in. These are our primary producers. The fungi are also photosynthetic, and so they'll be producing as well. The bacteria will be feeding on the dead moss, the dead fungi. The fungi will be competing with the bacteria, so we've got some competition going on right there. The isopods are detritivores as well, so they will feed on dead stuff. But these guys, the fungus and the plants, will also be competing with one another. The isopods can also eat the bacteria. They can eat the dead fungi. The ladybugs can also eat, they'll mostly be eating the raisin. So if you put a ladybug in, make sure they have a raisin. But then they might die, so this guy can eat this guy. Whoa, that was a weird arrow. And the fungi and the bacteria can feed on the dead ladybug if the ladybug dies. And so you've got all these interactions. And so base model is just the moss. And then if you add activated charcoal, it's going to cut down on the fungus. So that's going to cut out one of our photosynthetic organisms that's making food and keeping oxygen there. But also it will allow the moss to thrive because these guys compete with one another. And so you can do just the moss. You can do moss and an isopod. You can do moss and charcoal and an isopod. You can do moss and charcoal and an isopod and a ladybug. But make sure if you put the ladybug in, you do put the raisin in. Or you can just do the ladybug and the moss. You can do the ladybug and the isopod and the moss and no charcoal. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're going to have the students hypothesize what's going to keep in check. If we get too much fungus, it basically will kill everything. And so that's why the charcoal's really good. But it also is a food source for our isopods. And so anyway, just think about it, and you want to make sure you have at least 2 to 3 students that have each treatment condition, and then watch the video that Elias made so that they know how to build the terraria. But only one bug. Don't put in multiple isopods. Don't put in multiple ladybugs. Just put in one, or just put in one. All right? Okay, good luck.